السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. والحمد لله رب العالمين. And then, inshallah, we can start reading, but I have forgotten the charger. So towards the end, if the recording ends, then you will have YouTube online. Inshallah. Because we are recording in a backup. Inshallah. Let's start.
Okay. So we're reading from the reasonings page 4 for us, starting with the first paragraph. Even if a person were given a life that would last millions of years in bliss and pleasure, even if they were allowed to control everything in whatever way they wished, due to the inability of this worldly life to satisfy human desires and potential, they would continue to sigh and regret and wish for more. This dissatisfaction shows that humanity has an innate tendency to eternal life and has been created for eternity so that it can activate its unrestricted potential in an unrestricted realm.
Unrestricted potential in an unrestricted realm. The human desires and potential requires it. So I'll ask you a question. What are we reading about? What is our subject? What are we reading? What is the subject we are reading?
Making sense of our existence here.
No, in general. What is the main topic?
Messengership.
Yeah, messengership. What is it to do with it? Because we emphasize on the need for eternity, for human needs. Yeah, but what is it to do with messengership? Is the
I'll double check, but yeah, it's working.
Yeah. Mic is on. What is it to do with messengership?
So there must be someone who has gone through what I as the individual is going through here in terms of making sense of things. And so I'm looking for guidance in that regards in terms of helping me out.
Guidance for what? Anyone? Yeah.
So I view it slightly differently. I would say the first feeling that I get is that if I exist with certain feelings or certain perhaps potential or capacities that I realize over a passage of time, once the question arises, what is it meant for? Perhaps like what is the ultimate purpose, as one may ask? I expect that to be communicated to me in ways that I can comprehend, as opposed to just being expected of me to figure out on my own. So there has to be means available for me as an individual to be able to educate or Yeah, to be able to educate myself.
Why wouldn't you yourself be able to figure out what's happening?
I think it's, yeah, that requires a bit more clarification. So I should be able to figure out by myself what's happening as far as I have access to other, including, well, I guess, ability to perhaps observe my own feelings, qualities, things that have been, that I exist with. And I guess it's basically going back to the two-dimensional versus three-dimensional relationship that I exist and other forms of creation exist, whether that's a quality or an actual being, and I guess understanding that relationship first, and then by making it, in order to make it, I guess, since it points towards a more meaningful relationship than just the transient nature of me and the thing itself, me and the quality itself. That I think begs questioning or reasoning, which in itself could be messengership for me. And
Why messenger?
why messenger?
Why messengership? You can collaborate with other people and try to find out some answers. Isn't it possible?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
Why do you need the messengership?
So perhaps I think I have a different definition of messengership versus a messenger in this instance. So for me, if we're talking about messengership, it's almost no different than collaborating with other people, and those people could be people of perhaps intellect, people of reasoning, people of conscious awareness, and it could also include people of the opposite of what I just described, the first set of people.
Why do we need to oppose it? Because we are here, we can communicate with each other.
I think the contradiction is important. It allows one to understand things in its complete entirety.
Yeah. Why cannot? Why we wouldn't be able to do it?
Wouldn't be able to do it?
Yeah, we human beings can get together and anyone else? Why isn't that? What are we looking for here in the first paragraph? We studied on many occasions that even millions of years, etc., it doesn't satisfy for the eternal expectations of human qualities. Okay? We need eternal satisfaction because the human qualities look for eternity, human desires look for eternity. Even 1 million years, we said 1 million years is quite a lot, let me enjoy my life and wait for 1 million years, and then at the end I can think about it. That's enough. But it seems to be now. But we emphasize on the importance of the point that at the end of the 1 million years, enjoyment, entertainment, everything is under your control as you want, anything, everything happens. And one day before the end of 1 million years, would you like to say, yes, that's enough, I want to die. I want to go into annihilation. That is important. People may think of 1 million years or enough. No. Everything as you want. You never get old, you never get ill, you never miss anything that you want. And in that situation, everything is perfectly working, and the people say, okay, I want, or the idea actually says, okay, That's enough now. 1 million years, you have been set. You have just satisfied yourself. Go into annihilation. Would you say, okay, that's enough? Or would you say, well, everything was fine, why don't you let me continue? Which one? Ask consult your own human feelings. What would you say? Even 1 million years or 2 million years, doesn't matter. As long as I enjoy my existence, I want to continue. That is human need, human desire. That's human reality. I want to continue if it is possible. If it is not possible, I have to surrender because it's not possible. But if it is possible, I will say, give me another 1 million. And the same thing will happen because human desires require eternity, eternal satisfaction. We have to understand this. Okay, we discussed this matter on many occasions because people don't think about it, and we have to remind ourselves over and over again. Okay, what is it to do with our main theme, messengership? I think we have to have a substantial, convincing answer to this question. Yeah.
I think it goes back to the initial question you asked about why can't I figure things out on my own? And so that necessitates the need for me to seek out a teacher. I need to be taught in terms of how to grow whatever I'm capable of, what we refer to as potentialities, and make something out of them.
Yeah, do it. Even if you yourself alone cannot figure it out, ask other people, get together, make a consultation with thousands of intelligent people, and try to solve the problem of the human desires asking or requiring eternal existence. Can you not do it?
I mean, we have the desire to live eternity, but we are looking for a news from the one who gives us this feeling. So the messenger.
What do you mean by news?
I mean, a revelation.
Why?
Because I want to confirm. I'm looking for a confirmation, and the messenger is going to confirm.
No,
that.
you are using the previous idea that you accept in your mind that there are messengers. But we are looking for the reason for the necessity of messengers. It is completely different. Because you heard that there are messengers. We heard that there are religions. We heard that there is a news about eternal life. Through the messengers, you are using it. But we are trying to understand the reason why human beings need messengership. Yeah.
So if I have a difficult math problem, and
Sorry, the language. Repeat
a math problem.
Math problem.
Yeah. And I have a math book.
So
A book I can use to try to solve the problem. And if I don't know anything, it will take me a long time to try to figure it out. And then if I have other students with me, we might be able to figure out the answer more quickly. But if I have a teacher, then I will be able to. That the teacher can guide me to the way the problem is solved quickly. So in this case, because we have unrestricted potential, but a limited lifespan, right? The time I'm given is very little, but my potentiality is great. So the amount I can transform the potentiality into ability is also limited because of my limited existence. I need I need to find a way in which I can satisfy my desire for eternity in the quickest way possible. Perhaps with other people, I can try to come to some sort of conclusion.
Can you? That is the problem.
To a certain extent.
No, it's the vague language. To a certain extent or to a greater extent, doesn't matter. Can you? Even with the consultation of, as your example said, with the students, other students, even with the teacher, can the teacher of your kind answer or come up with a satisfactory answer about the existence of eternity? Although we desire, we have to understand it's very simple. It is very simple. And although I remember mentioning this problem and the solution for the problem in our discussions, but unfortunately our minds are not used to thinking in this way without using pre-accepted concepts. Without using. Now I am a human being. I need, my potentialities need an unrestricted realm of existence. Right? Even all the people can get together. And think about it. Why human beings cannot find the answer to this question without having an external, not of humankind, but something else guiding me, telling me, informing me about the existence of the eternal life. In eternal existence, we have to understand human capacity works within the conditions of this universe. And the conditions of this universe is restricted with its own existence. Be careful here. The next time if I ask you a month later, be careful this reasoning. Human mind works with the data available within the universe. And the universe has no sign of the existence of eternity because itself is not eternal. It is completely transitive. So let's assume that we have never heard anything, prophet, religion, anything. That's where I was born here. In an island, it's a typical example. And there are 1,000 people here. We never heard anything of religion, okay? And this is a big problem. Among the Muslim philosophers, they wrote, you may know, the famous philosophers and the novels they wrote about it, and it's not only Muslim novels. Muslim philosophers wrote this novel. Other non-Muslim sources also wrote this novel. They claim that human beings, through the experience, through their own experience, life experience, they find out the best way for them. Including the Muslim philosophers claim this. They wrote a very famous, very well-known, actually, novels about it. But not only Muslims wrote this, non-Muslims also wrote this. They said, as you are, all of you actually saying, three of you made a comment. if you work on it hard, at the end, not today, when the 1,000 years, 100,000 years of human experience, at the end, can human capacity find out the existence of eternity? That is the question. Human mind works with the data available in the universe. And within the universe, there is no sign of eternity. But the contradiction is this. There is no sign of eternity within the universe, but at the same time, when I listen to my unrestricted human qualities, I realize that I need what? Unending existence. How come? It is impossible. Unending existence? The whole universe has an end. It is impossible. That's the dilemma. Human capacity suffers from. That's the dilemma. We have to be very careful. With the available data within the universe, we cannot find any of eternal existence. It is transient every moment, and there is no sign of eternity. Everything is continuously changing and going into it appears to be from existence into annihilation, from annihilation into existence, or after annihilation into existence. That's what's going on in the world. It is impossible. But human desire is different from the evidence that we can obtain, we can collect from the universe. We have to understand the contradiction. All of you must remember, I kept saying and reminding myself, to everybody that is a beautiful contradiction. Very meaningful contradiction. I need eternity, but there is no sign of eternity. Nothing within the universe can provide me eternity, can provide me a sign for eternity, because their own nature is what? Transient. Everything in this world is transient. Even the stars die, even the galaxies die. Transient. There is no sign of eternity. We have to understand this. What shall I do now? I am in trouble. Yes? Don't take the previous existing culture into account and install it on your reasoning. Never do that. You have to start everything from scratch, as the reality is outside there. And then I'm in trouble. What shall I do? So, what is available within the universe is very simple. What is that? This universe cannot, we have been studying this actually up to this point, cannot manage its own existence by itself, right? They are brought into existence and they are made subject to transience, and they are continuously given a renewed existence. They cannot really manage, any part of the universe can manage its own existence. Say, what's going on? I conclude, I'm a little bit going fast here, because we have studied, or we have been studying on every class. I conclude that there must be something which manages with the existence of this universe, none of the part of this universe can because of the existence of anything. But they exist. That's there. You'll find another contradiction. None of the part of the universe can be the cause of existence of anything, but they exist. What's that? Another contradiction. Right? This point, not the first point, the second point, second contradiction is the contradiction where the materialist philosophy skips. Never mentions. Never goes to that extent. They say, oh, the universe is as it is like this. How? The things are continuously changing. Why? What? What is the reason for change? If I am existing eternally, it means my existence must be, please pay attention to this point. My existence must be self-sufficient. Right? Look, this point is extremely important. If I exist eternally, my existence must be self-sufficient. It means I, myself, or anything in the world, actually we have to talk in terms of particles. Particles must be self-sufficient in their existence. Do you understand this? Now, you have to watch this again and again and again. These are very important points. If I see anything in its existence self-sufficient, self-sustaining it is in existence, I see nothing in the world which can self-sustain its existence. Everything is subject to something else. Everything is subject to change. What is changing? If I am self-subsistent in my existence, if I was, or a particle, actually, I means particle. If a particle is self-sustaining, it should have its own existence under its own control. But nothing is under its own control. Do you understand? It's very simple. Materialist philosophy never go into this subject. Never. I never seen any. I never heard any materialist philosopher. On the other hand, those philosophers who believe in God, they install the belief in God into their argument artificially, not within the argument itself. No. We have to complete this. So the second contradiction reveals us that nothing is self-subsistent, self-sufficient, self-sustaining, and everything comes into existence on a temporary but consciously arranged order. Temporary but consciously arranged order. Can you imagine? Even the simplest room you have, like my room, the simplest room with not many furniture in it, right? If the setting of the furniture continues to change, and the furniture, the pieces of furniture cannot really have any desire, any power, any quality to give existence to itself. It means self-sustaining existence continues to change. Every day you come to my house, the furniture system is changed. Yeah, this morning I did some change. So, what do you say? The pieces of furniture have no consciousness, no power to give existence to themselves, no power to be self-sustaining existence, to have a self-sustaining existence. inevitably you ask one question: who is the factor? What is the factor behind this change? What is the factor behind this existence? You understand that? Never forget, nothing in the world, in this universe, can have any self-sustaining ability, capacity. They are subject to change. They need to be brought into existence because they cannot bring themselves into existence. The so simple mind, so simple reasoning, not simple mind. Simple, with a perfect mind, but simple reasoning, not difficult at all to understand. So what is going on? There must be a thing behind the existence of this universe, giving existence to everything, arranging their existence, and controlling their existence, administering their existence. Look at, we are all administered. And my particles cannot administer their existence. They are ordered by themselves. They have no quality. I'm examining them. What's going on? That is possible for human mind to conclude that there is something behind the existence of this universe. Something. I don't know. Don't say God. Something. There must be something. Otherwise, it is impossible to explain the existence of anything. Now, this same human mind asks the question, why am I in this contradiction? What is the contradiction? What was the contradiction? Somebody should tell me.
I desire eternity, and there are no signs of eternity in this universe.
And there is no sign of anything which has the power to give me, to provide eternity, but I am desiring eternity. And the second reasoning comes what? There is something behind the existence of this universe. Huh? That was our conclusion, logical conclusion. I mean, this very rational conclusion. Whoever gave me existence with the consciousness of desire for eternity, of desire for eternity. And also, there is no sign of anything in the universe that can be the source of eternity at all. There is only one way to have a recourse to, is whoever, whatever is behind the existence of myself and the universe. I am a conscious being. I am asking the question. He made me able to ask the question. I say, hey, whatever you are, but whatever you are, I don't know. Since you made me able to ask the question, when there is no answer, well, there's a contradiction. That's a contradiction. And I see that in the universe, the way it comes into existence, the way it works, the way it continues its existence, demonstrates that for human mind, again, for human mind, by observing what is going on in the universe, for human mind, don't forget that, for human mind, this one, whatever it is, doesn't seem to be stupid. Yeah? But the cause of existence of this universe doesn't seem to be stupid. Everything is so well arranged. So why is this contradiction? Why am I put in this position of contradiction? Human mind asks this question. Never consult or take any information from religious sources. No. Human mind asks this question. I am asking this question without having an idea of religion at all, I'm asking this question by myself, really. I don't refer to religious sources to answer my questions. In order to find out the question and the impossibility of the answer, then I go and ask. This one who made me must provide the answer to my question. Because he enabled me with giving consciousness of or awareness of the existence of my questioning. And I said, whatever you are, whatever the motive behind the existence of this universe, why do you put me in this contradiction? Since you never do anything irrational without any wisdom. There must be, do you understand? An answer from the one who gave existence to me and the universe. We have to understand this. There is no sign of eternity in the universe, but there is a desire of eternity within human capacity. Right? Potentiality. Within human potentiality. This requires an answer. You understand? That is a very important process of reasoning. We should never forget this. No.
It's actually not a very beautiful contradiction if this reasoning doesn't follow after it.
No, it is a beautiful contradiction.
Without the reasoning after it, if you just stay with the contradiction itself, it's not very beautiful.
No,
in that
no,
if you form the conclusions that you make form otherwise from the contradiction itself.
Your human capacity forces you to find the answer. That's why it is beautiful. You may not like to call it beautiful. It's a beautiful contradiction. That is the only way that we understand we have to ask or expect a guidance, a news. Why this contradiction exists from the cause of the existence of the universe. Right? That's why it is beautiful to me. But if someone doesn't use his human capacity and question what he has in his human existence, well, that you cannot call him a human being. He's living like a living creature, animal. So for them, nothing is important. They live like a living animal, not a human being. We are talking about a human design. So I have the capacity, potentiality to ask this question. I have to use it. I am a human being. I shouldn't deny myself. I shouldn't contradict myself. If I deny my ability, if I deny my potentiality and don't use it, it means I'm not a human being. Most of the people live like animals. They don't use their human qualities. That's why we are here. To utilize human qualities, not to utilize revelation, God's prophets says. No. Utilize human qualities and use them. Use them. When I use them, this contradiction makes me think that, look, you, the one, the thing, gave me existence. I think you have to do something else. And because giving existence to me in a perfect way, full of wisdom, I can reason the wisdom in my existence. Everything is perfectly arranged in my existence. But putting me in contradiction does not fit the qualities manifested or observed in this universe. You must mean something else. Come on, don't make me trick. Explain it. Yeah? I am in expectation of an answer to solve my human expectations, human problems. What shall I do? That requires needs, science, but in the language of the Quran, ayat, science, telling me, giving me the news. Why is the one who causes the universe and me to exist in this way has put me in this contradiction? Can it remain as it is a contradiction? Try to understand this. And it contradicts the purpose of the existence of this universe in this setting. There must be a reason. I am in expectation of the answer to my question. Yeah? If someone doesn't feel this need, he shouldn't tell anyone or to himself, to me, that he's a religious guy. There's no base in his religiosity, in his following a religion. We have to burn, to be burned or burn. Burning, we have to have this feeling of burning within ourselves that it cannot be the reality. What is it then? What is it then? And then you make sense of, if you hear someone saying that your creator who created in this contradiction send the news to you that he is prepared in eternal. That's why messengership is necessary. Messengership represents what? The creator's answer to human questions which human beings cannot answer. The universe cannot answer. Not only 1,000 students studying together, impossible to get the answer within the conditions of this universe. It's a beautiful, very meaningful contradiction. Be careful, write it down or register it in your mind, and I don't know whatever you do, but I usually take notes. If you don't feel the contradiction, as a result of this contradiction, if you don't feel the news from the one who created you, don't tell me to anyone that you are following a religion. No base. No base. Just culture. It's not really listening to the prophets or messengers. You have to have this desire. Must be a reason. Hey, the one who gave me existence, whatever you are. Why do you torture me here? You don't look like an, how do you say, sadist. Creator. Look at everything is perfectly arranged for me and I'm using them, benefiting from them, but there is a contradiction. Since you are wise, since you, whatever it is, since you are wise, since you are making everything perfectly for me here, you have to answer. You have to give me the news or whatever it is. You have to show me the way to get out of this contradiction. Right? To whatever it is, I don't know, revelation, appointing a prophet, or whatever it is, there must be a means of getting out of this contradiction. Because the contradiction in human existence contradicts the reality I observe in the universe, that the creator is a wise one. he makes everything purposefully. And Muhammad makes everything purposefully, right? When it comes to my contradiction, torture. There is no wisdom, there is no purpose, there is no mercy. Although, for example, I'm hungry, the food is prepared. Look, I need something, it's there, provided consciously, deliberately, well-ordered way. Yes.
Just reduce the brightness so there's more back.
Okay.